दिल्ली के विज्ञान भवन में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी ने इकोनॉमिक कॉन्क्लेव 2015 को संबोधित करते हुए कहा कि सबका साथ सबका विकास से ही देश की तरक्की संभव है। उन्होंने कहा कि उनकी सरकार ने 17 महीने में अर्थव्यवस्था में बड़े सुधार किए हैं। उन्होंने यह भी कहा कि विकास के लिए सबसे जरूरी है कि गरीबों को ताकत दी जाए। साथ ही पीएम ने कहा कि देशवासियों की सिक्योरिटी के लिए उनकी सरकार ने बीमा योजनाओं की शुरुआत की, जिसका सीधा लाभ आखिरी पायदान पर खड़े गरीब और आम आदमी को होगा।
Reforms every major economic indicators. India is doing better than when we took office 17 months ago. GDP growth is up and inflation is down. Foreign investment is up and current account deficit is down. Revenues are up and interest rates are down. The fiscal deficit is down and the rupee is stable. Obviously, this did not happen by accident. And the world economy is not exactly doing well. This success is the result of a series of well-thought policies. Many of the purely macroeconomic reforms we have undertaken are probably well known to this audience. We have embarked on a course of fiscal consolidation. We have entered for the first time into a monetary framework agreement with the Reserve Bank to curb inflation. While cutting the fiscal deficit, we have substantially increased productive public investment. This has been made possible in two ways. Firstly, we have imposed carbon taxes on fossil fuels. We took the bold step of decontrolling diesel prices and thereby eliminated energy subsidies. We have replaced them with taxes. The coal cess had been increased by 4 times from rupees 50 per ton to rupees 200 per ton. Globally, there is much talk of carbon taxes. It is सबका साथ सबका विकास. In short, reform is not an end in itself. Reform for me is just a way station on the long journey to the destination. The destination is transformation of India. Therefore, reform to transform and reforming to transform is a marathon, not a sprint. The reforms we have undertaken are of many types. For simplicity, I will classify them as financial, structural, and institutional. Believe it or not, accounts opened under the Jan Dhan Yojana today have a total balance of almost rupees 26,000 crores or nearly $4 billion. Clearly, our financial inclusion reform has been transformational, and yet this quiet revolution has hardly been noticed. The Jan Dhan Yojana has also transformed the ability of the poor to make and to receive electronic payments. Every Jan Dhan account holder is eligible for a debit card. India's banks are also being encouraged to operate mobile ATMs. A mobile ATM is one where cash can be drawn and and simple banking starts done through a handheld device. Thanks to Jan Dhan Yojana and the RuPay debit card, we also introduced healthy competition in the debit credit card space. This has traditionally been dominated by a few international players. Even 1 year ago, there were hardly any indigenous card brands in the market. Today, 36% of debit cards in India are RuPay cards. Financial inclusion is not just about opening bank accounts or enabling electronic payments. I firmly believe that India has tremendous entrepreneurial energy. This needs to be harnessed so that we become a nation of job creators rather than job seekers.